Hello, friends. Hope you're having a fantastic Wednesday. You know, I always love stamping with you guys on Wednesday at 7. Got so much to talk about this week. So many fun things coming. I'm super excited about the fact that our annual catalog is here. So, if you were here last week, you saw it, but if not, here it is. I have boxes and boxes of catalogs. I have sent catalogs to my customers that have made purchases over the last year, but if you do not have a catalog, didn't receive it yet, then let me know. I can certainly get one out to you. Next week, we're going to be doing, at this time, we're going to be doing a new catalog kickoff. Hey, Debbie. So you want to make sure and tune in next week at 7. We're going to have all new stamp sets and pretty things to show. Today we are going to make our paper pumpkin kit, and we're going to top it off with an alternative project that uses a lot of fun things that you may or may not have ever tried before. Hey, Susie. Good to see you. Glad you're here. Also, I want to talk to you about a class I have coming up. So, next week, new catalog kickoff, 7 o'clock here. Hey, Chris. Good to see you, Chris Haskins. So, next week is our, next week is not the new catalog kickoff. Next week is our online card class. Sorry, I get so excited. I jumped ahead a week. So next week is our online card class, which is also super exciting. So make sure and join us for that. It's always fun to get to see all the cards. And actually, next week, instead of 1 stamp set, I'm going to cover 3 stamp sets. So you'll get to see lots of cool projects. Make sure and come next week at 7. I've got my list over here so I won't forget. Right now, I'm taking registration for one of the coolest classes I've ever had. And what's cool about it is it's going to be simple and cute. So, you guys, everything I do is cute, but not everything I do is super simple. So this is called my Dandy Garden 10 card class. So your class will include all of the products to make 10 simple cards using the Memories and More card set from Dandy Garden. So here's an example of one of them. Super cute. But it just goes on and on and on. And when you're done, you'll have enough to make 10 cards. Plus, you'll have all of the Memories and More cards. I think there's 50 in a pack to make as many cards as you would like. Okay, and you can use Whisper or Basic White to make lots of extra cards. So it's definitely a class you'll want to register for. The deadline is the 27th, so it's coming very soon. And you're going to make 10 cards. The class itself is $49. You'll get the make and take packets for 10 cards, plus the Memories and More cards, plus 2 things of ribbon and an embellishment. Okay, so you're going to get your money's worth on this class for sure. Oh, and the first 6 people that register for that class get to have the free Touch of Ink stamp set for free. So let me grab it so you'll see. This was one of the sets that you could only get if you had a $100 order during Celebration. So the first 6 people that register will get that Touch of Ink stamp set for free. So in this video, there's a link to join that, to register for that class. Our new catalog kickoff will be right here on Facebook Live in 2 weeks. That's on May the 5th, okay, at 7 p.m. And if you live in Central Arkansas, I'm having a live new catalog kickoff, my first live event since last March. And that will be on the 27th at 6:30 p.m. So we will be wearing masks. That's going to be at my mom's house. So look for registration for that coming soon. And also, our Stamp Technique Club is coming. If you've never participated in that, that's going to be April 30th and May the 1st. And we're going to be learning the cardstock shimmer technique. And we're going to be working with the Friends Are Like Seashells. Okay, so that's going to be a lot of fun. There's so much fun coming up. It just kind of boggles my mind, all of the fun that there is to have. Today, we're going to make a project. We're going to first put together quickly the paper pumpkin kit this month, for this past month, and then we're going to make an alternative project, which you definitely want to stick around for that because it's going to be, I've been watching How I Met Your Mother, legendary. If you've ever seen that show, you'll understand. Okay, let me flip my camera around. Are you guys doing good tonight? I hope you had a fabulous dinner. I had chicken pot pie again. I love chicken pot pie. Did I tell you how easy it is to make chicken pot pie? I take two pie crusts from the freezer, like not the homemade ones. Put them in a pie pan, and I mix chicken, vegetables, frozen vegetables, and the chicken's already cut and cooked. I'm just lazy that way. Some Greek yogurt and some cream of chicken soup. That's it. Put it in the pan. My family loves it. It's great. Okay, let's see. Make sure you can see my whole stamp area here. I think we're good to go. All right, so all the stuff that we've talked about today is right here as a reminder. Oh, before I forget, I'll say it again, but if you subscribe to Paper Pumpkin with me between now and the end of the week, so let's say Friday, then you will receive 10 free cards in the mail, okay, from me. I have so many cards. I would love to give you some gorgeous cards. So I hope you'll consider trying Paper Pumpkin. It's really, really fun. Oh, sorry. I was trying to, okay, hopefully that's good. My phone was acting kind of squirrely. All right. Let me open up the window here. It's kind of dark in here, but out there it's nice and sunny, so that'll give us a little bit more light. Oh, yes, much better. Okay. So, we have this Paper Pumpkin kit was called Here's to You, and I loved the box. It was like a national park. And I'll tell you, the exciting thing is I have an extra Paper Pumpkin kit for sale, okay? So if for some reason you didn't get this one, then I can drop it on my porch. You can drop me $20 and the kit is yours, okay? So, let's get started. This is like, I guess, a national park themed kit. It's the cutest. I love it. Just a real great scene for you. If you've never done Paper Pumpkin before, this is a subscription box that comes in the mail every month. Ships around the 15th, so it arrives later in the month. And it's everything you need to make an amazing project at home, okay? It's been a lifesaver during COVID. Okay, hold on. My camera is acting really squirrely. Let me tighten it. Okay, there we go. It was just kept wanting to drop. It's been a lifesaver during COVID because we've just needed distractions, okay? So when this thing comes, man, we are excited because we have something that we can do to occupy our time during this long period of staying home. And even if it's not a pandemic, Paper Pumpkin is one of my favorite things. So as you start to get out and about more and your spirits get a little bit lifted, maybe you want to try something new. And this is what I would recommend, okay? It comes every month. It's only $22 a month. So you tell me if it's worth it. It's definitely worth it. All right, we're going to start with card number 1. It's here on the left. And this is the cute card base. Loving it. Very cute. All the colors. And this is actually an envelope liner. And you can just stick it right in. And it makes the envelope extra special. Now, I know you're a crafter. So what you're probably going to do is cut off that designer paper and use it. I give you full permission to do that. Okay. So you've got extra paper there to deal with. But in the end, this is just a really cute envelope liner. And I would probably just take a little snail, stick that down so that it folds nicely. Cool? Okay, so I am going to, this is the ink that comes with the paper pumpkin kit called Calypso Coral. I'm actually going to go ahead and use my ink pad because I've got it out here. The ink spots work great, but I just have it here next to me. So, okay, we're going to look for the stamp set that says "Here's to You." I love a good "Here's to You." Congrats. You know, just a fun card. Now, this is the block that you'll get in your paper pumpkin kit. You'll be able to use it for all subsequent kits. All right. So we're just going to pop some ink on this stamp, and all these little pieces come in your paper pumpkin kit. Easy peasy. I can see that they've done this messy twine behind the kit. I am not a huge fan of messy twine just because I'm not that good at it. So what I do when I see messy twine on a card is I just do, this is how I do messy twine. You can do it however you want to. That's the beauty of paper pumpkin, is you can do whatever you want. You don't have to do what Stampin' Up! Says, or what I say, or what anyone says. You can be a rebel. So you will also see, as soon as these kits come out, you'll see people go crazy with extra projects that they make just from their own ideas. So if there's ever a kit that you're like, yeah, that just doesn't speak to me, then just do something that you like with it. All right. So I just tie a ribbon and stick it behind my sentiment. And then I'm going to use tear and tape. You could use a glue dot, whatever. Just get that stuck to the back of our sentiment piece. No one will see what that looks like. And then you're going to use these cute little dimensionals in your kit. The ones in the kit are kind of medium, which is fun. I feel like they're a tiny bit bigger than our minis, but actually, no, they're pretty mini. They're probably the same size as our mini ones. Oh, we're not sticking that down yet because we're going to use these little die cut trees. There's these little die cut trees that are in the paper pumpkin kit. And we're going to stick that up with some dimensionals. So this is really cute. Our little pretty peacock trees. Now that's going to give this card some really neat dimension. And then this little guy is going to go straight, and I need to shift that dimensional over a little bit. So it won't interfere with that tree. There we go. So stick that just right about there. And then we're going to pop up these little strips, and they're just fun strips of color. Like, that's it. You can do whatever you want with them, but I'm going to follow the picture in the set. Have any of you tried paper pumpkin before? If you do, if you have, did you like it? I would like to know. I've been having lots of fun with it. So this little strip is going to go here. Oh, this is so cute. You can't really tell from the example picture that they give you. It's so much cooler when you actually make it yourself. I mean, I thought the example picture was really cute, but this is really cute. Okay, so what a neat card. It's got all of the dimension, all of the stuff that people like to see. So you could send that to someone and they would be tickled. and in the cute envelope to boot. So there is project number 1. Project number 2 is actually also quite simple. You've got another envelope liner that's kind of reminds me of something out of The Wizard of Oz. I don't know why. It's just so like fun. I'm gonna fold that over and then use our Stampin' Seal to give that a good seal. Of course, you could cut that off and use what's in there for other projects. Now, we have 3 little white pieces here that we are going to use the stamp that says Happy Birthday or Congratulations. You know what? I need some congratulations cards. So I'm going to go with that. But you could also use Happy Birthday. So you choose what you want it to say. Both the congratulations and the Happy Birthday will fit there nicely. That's how Paper Pumpkin is created. It's made to work for you. It's made with lots of good thoughts in mind. Okay, so this one is so simple, it's scary. Oh, I noticed they stamped some little birds too. So let's get those in the picture. So it looks like we've stamped some birds right here, flying in the clouds. Whee! All right, now let us stick this down with our Stampin' Seal. And then all you're gonna do is 1, 2, 3, congratulations. So it looks like they've stuck the middle one right at the junction between the earth and the water. So I don't know if y'all can see that. I'm kind of way down here. And then it looks like we're gonna go up a tiny bit with our next one. And then down a bit with our next one. Just a cute little card to send someone. You can make it say congratulations or happy birthday. And that's a neat thing about Paper Pumpkin too, is it's got options. So anything that you see is probably adaptable to whatever you might need, okay? And this cute little thing is gonna go right in your cute envelope. Now, as you can see, there's enough to make 4 of this card and 4 of that card. So if you get that extra kit that I have, you'll have enough to make all 8 cards. But this is not all there is in this month's kit, and this is the exciting part. So this kit was a gift kit, and what I mean by that is it had an extra something in it, and it was these extra little stencils. Okay, so you've got a sun, you've got stars, you've got clouds, and you've got mountains. All right, and I'm going to show you how these work. So in your Paper Pumpkin kit was will be, if you haven't already gotten it, a little instruction sheet on some extra projects that you can make with it. Okay, and so I'm going to show you how to make this one down here with the little, I had to stare at it for a little bit because I was like, oh, that is interesting. So the first thing we're going to do is with this project, let me show you where I got this. So the card base for one of the cards looked like this, okay? And I just used my paper trimmer and cut that out. It just happens to be 3 3/16 wide, okay? So you need to cut a piece of basic white 3 3/16 by 4 1/4, all right? And that will fit on there just perfectly, all right? So that's gonna be your background, okay? And then what you're gonna do is take your paper snips and you are gonna cut right at this line, trying to keep the blue outline of that intact. of the mountain, and you're just going to cut off this pink coral sun. Okay, we're going to do something really cool back there, but we are going to use the little bit of this paper pumpkin kit card for our mountains. Okay, so we've got that cut out, all right, and this is going to go right here. All right, now first thing we're going to do is we're going to sponge in our mountain range. Okay, so we are going to first kind of get an eyeball for where this needs to be, like so, and then take out our little layer, hold it tight, and then you're going to, they also in the kit gave you this fun sponge. Okay, hey Terry, so you're going to sponge up, let me get this adhesive out of the way. I've got Calypso Coral here, and I'm going to get some of it on, oh here, let me cut this sponge up first. So I'm going to use this sponge with multiple colors, and you can just turn it around, but it's also kind of fun just to cut the sponge into quadrants, and then you can have lots of separate sponges for the coloring that you're going to do. So just take your scissors, cut it into 4 pieces. All right, so this is our Calypso Coral piece. And we are simply going to get some ink on that. And we are going to make circles. Oh, that's dark. Let's see. Probably could have started off. Let's try that again. So just a little tip when you're sponging is when you're start on the like on your scratch paper, kind of get it going and then bring it onto your project. Okay, that'll give it a little bit of a less dark effect. See how different that is from what I was showing you a second ago. So we're just getting that cool coral color in there, making our mountain. So there's one. Ooh, isn't that cool? All right, that's going to be covered up, don't worry. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to flip that thing over, and we're going to use the other side. And actually, I'm just going to kind of wipe that off, make sure there's not a lot of coral ink on it. And we're going to go flipping it like so. Now, I'm going to use a much lighter color here, and that's not going to do anything to interfere with that coral, okay? So don't get up in your head about this. Oh, you know what? I grabbed Blushing Bride, but I think I want to use Petal Pink. Thank you, Terry. I was so excited when I saw it. I do have an extra kit if anyone wants to play. Oh, hello. Come on, you little stinker. This is gonna go like so. So all we're doing is getting in another mountain right here. And even though these two mountains are gonna collide, it's fine because the Petal Pink and the coral are complementary, and they're just gonna, you're not even gonna see that I got some of the Petal Pink in the coral, if that makes any sense. All right, voila, isn't that gorgeous? Okay, now we're gonna make clouds with our cloud stencil. So isn't this fun? Woohoo. All right, so we're gonna start with this stencil, and this is gonna make clouds. Now we need a good blue. I'm going to reach for Balmy Blue. You could also use Seaside Spray. Seaside Spray is a retiring ink color, so it's leaving us soon. Oh, I would love to see those, Terry. If you could post a picture on my page, I would die to see it. Your cloudscapes. Okay, so we're going to get some Balmy Blue on here. start on our paper. So the starting on your paper just gets that extra stuff off. And we're just gonna go like this. Now, something that I've realized that I would have realized if I had done this before, is it's probably a good idea to do your sponging first and then trim your paper down. So I'm not gonna be able to do that because it's exactly the size it needs to be. But you could start with a piece of basic white that is a little bit bigger than 4 1/4 and 3 3/16, and then trim it down. So that's a thought. Ooh, isn't that neat? All right, and then we're going to, let's see, let's go with, like this, and we're going to shift it over, and we're going to get it. Now I'm going to try just to get it more kind of concentrated towards the tops of this, leaving some white space there. Does that make sense? Ooh, bring this over here and you can finish off that little cloudscape there. Oh my gosh, if that's not the cutest thing. All right, and then I think what I'm gonna do here is just get this little bit. I want it to go, I don't want it to be lined up with anything. There. I'm gonna make these lighter. I'm gonna make these pretty light. Boom. Isn't that cool? So you've got your cloudscape over your deal. And then you've got this to go straight down there. The last thing I'm gonna do is, and mine looks quite a bit different than theirs, but I actually think mine looks better because I have more definition on the clouds and you can see it better. We're gonna stamp some little birds. Little birds in the sky. They are flying like so. Like right over the Grand Canyon. Okay, now the last thing we're gonna do is we're gonna make these green, light green trees. So in your kit, you've got some die cut, or laser cut, not die cut, trees, okay? And we're gonna pop one of those out. They come out really easily. And we're gonna turn that over. It's white, okay? But what we're gonna do is we're gonna make it a different color with our sponge. So we're gonna use all 4 quadrants of our sponge. And this looks like the free sponge. And I'm gonna use Old Olive. This looks like it matches really well. This, the color that's on there. Now you're gonna have to be pretty gentle with our little trees. Oh, it would have been a lot easier if I had sponged this before I punched it out. Let's just do that. So you think of things midstream. So you can sponge and then those trees won't get all mad at you. You can sponge them and then punch them out. So you're just sponging the back side of the ones that were provided for you. Awesome. Okay, so we're going to punch those out. And they're gonna match perfectly with our sponged Cloudscape. Now let us find our Blue Ridge Mountains here. Oh, you're sweet. Hey, Barb. Oh, you're never too late. You can always watch the replay. I'm so glad you're here. You can watch the beginning of it. Barb is already registered for my Fun Dandy Garden 10 card class, so she's a star student. All right, we're gonna put that here. And then our little green trees are going to, we're actually gonna snip this off just a smidge here. And these are gonna go right here, I think. Let me shift them over a little bit. We're gonna set that aside for a second because we need to get our sentiment going. So I'm just gonna pop out one of these. We have lots of extra pieces for the white sentiments on the paper pumpkin kit. So, and it looks like we're gonna use this bigger one for the Here's to You. And we're gonna pop that stamp somewhere. Where is it? Oh, here it is. We're gonna do that in that coral. Oh, I love coral. That's one of my favorite colors. I hope you have it. If not, you need it. All right. And now we shall build said card. We're gonna pop back here and get our, this is our Pretty Peacock card base. This is a retiring color that you need to make sure you've got plenty of before it's gone. If it's while supplies last, so I haven't checked lately, but hopefully if you love it, there's still some left. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna use a adhesive. I'm gonna use Stamp and Seal. Pop this sucker down to my base here. And then I'm gonna use dimensionals to pop up my trees. Let's say about there. Isn't that pretty? Well, yep, I was gonna say I don't think that one will take a dimensional, but let's just try it and see what happens. And my goal is to get this green far enough down that it just kind of blends in with the grass there. Oh yeah, looking good. Now this is just gonna go straight across here, okay? Which means we're gonna get dimensionals here and here. So let's see how that works. I think it's going to work perfectly. Oh yeah, looking special. All right, that is great. Now it looks like the designer of this card also put some of this pretty twine on the card, so we'll do that. Like they just wrapped it around, but I need it to tie somewhere. I don't really know how they did that, so I'm gonna wrap it once and wrap it, and then I'm gonna give it a little quick tie. I love natural twine. It works with everything. Natural twine matches everything, so I'll be definitely saving this if I have any leftovers and putting it in my, okay, that didn't quite pan out. Just a tip when you're tying twine, get it where you like it, and then don't be impatient, tie a knot, okay? Hey Kathy, good to see you. Tie a knot first, and then that kind of gets it under control. It's a lot easier for me to control it when I'm not on a video. So we're going to tie a knot in our twine. Then it's Well, it just didn't quite take, did it? I'm going to go for the bow here. Okay. Yay! And I just love that sweet little bow right down there. On the picture, they didn't tie a bow, but I don't know otherwise how you would get it to attach. I like the bow. Anywho, there's your cute little alternative project with your paper pumpkin kit using the fun little stencils that come with it, okay? So, reminder, I have an extra kit, one extra kit. It is $22. Just message me on Facebook or text me. I know I haven't seen you in so long. Thank you for sharing. I've got an extra one of these. Now, if you don't live local, I can ship it to you for $8. So I'll have to stick it in a priority envelope, and that'll be $8 shipping. That's the cheapest way to ship a paper pumpkin kit, actually. Let me remind you of some things that I have just review once more. We have the Dandy Gardens Memories and More class. 10 cards when you register for that class using the Memories and More cards, so you'll definitely want to register for that. The first 6 people that register get a Touch of Ink stamp set, so Barb's already got her Touch of Ink stamp set. When you subscribe to Paper Pumpkin by Friday, then you're going to get from me 10 gorgeous handmade cards, and I'm talking gorgeous, okay? These are the dimensions of your alternative card. I would go, let's see, instead of 3/16, I would go 3/8, 3 3/8, and then you can trim that down. And then I would go 4 1/2. Yeah, 4 1/2. And then you can trim that down, and that little place where you can kind of see that where the ink just a little bit gathers on the edges, you could trim that down. And you want to trim it to 3 3/16 by 4 1/4. Does that make sense? Okay. And your peacock, of course, is your standard card base 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, score at 4 1/4. Register for my class, and then don't forget, next week is card class here at 7, and then the following week is the new catalog kickoff. Okay, so that's why I got myself all mixed up, because I wrote it down wrong. So thanks for joining me. That was fantastic. I hope you enjoyed this paper pumpkin party. I always love challenging myself with something different from paper pumpkin, and it did not disappoint. All right, guys. Thanks for joining me.